Hello, my name is Amber and today I'm going to be unboxing Illumicrate's November box. So this box is a monthly subscription where each month you get one fantasy or sci-fi book and a few bookish items. They also do a adult fantasy subscription, a romance subscription, a sci-fi subscription, a horror subscription, and I think they're also adding more to their repertoire. But without much more ado, let's get into it. So the theme is academic rivals, so I'm expecting some sort of dark academia book. Got no idea what it is, but I guess we'll find out. So I've just spotted something near the top, and I'll get that out now, seeing as I'm slightly excited about it. So we have the next jigsaw puzzle. This is a 1,000 piece jigsaw. I've not actually done any of the 1,000 piece jigsaws that they've included so far. I've done the smaller ones, but I've not had a chance to do these yet. So I think there's two sets that they're doing. One is a sort of like landscape from a book, whereas these are bookshelves. So there's a slightly different picture on the front and the back. I imagine the jigsaw will end up being the complete one. I am looking forward to doing them. I've just got like loads of other crafty things to do at the moment. I'm partway through building some Lego. I'm partway through a diamond painting. But that's not what you're interested in right now. It's this box. So I'm going to shut up and carry on. So I just had a look to see what this one is about. And it says it celebrate 10 years of Illumicrate with our next 1,000 piece bookcase puzzle, featuring every monthly Illumicrate book that has been featured in our boxes. So that is quite cool. So next we have a Demon at the Gates iron-on patch, which is inspired by Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. So I actually recently read this book, which makes a change. Usually the items in these boxes are linked to books that I've not actually yet read. I know this one. If I'm honest, patches don't really interest me. I've got nowhere to put them, and even if I did, I just don't really care. But that's just personal preference. I know a lot of people love them, just not me. And then we have Most Noble of, I'm not sure if it's Academies or Academies. I think it's Academies. Academies. The word's Academies. Laundry bag. So that is inspired by Where Sleeping Girls Lie by Faride Abike-Mide. So I could well have butchered the pronunciation of her name. I did just look up how to say it, but I have a feeling that I still got it wrong. But it's bigger than I expected. But then it's a laundry bag, not a tote bag, although you could get tote bags this size. Okay, so it says Alfred Noble Academy. Don't know why I had so much trouble saying that, but I did. And then at the bottom it says Turing House Laundry. I don't really have much of a need for this. I've got a bigger laundry bag that splits things into different colours. I don't think I really have a use for it as a laundry bag, but I guess maybe I could use it. And that appears to be all the items, which 3 items don't really seem like much. And seeing as 2 of the items I'm not going to use, it's a bit disappointing. I would guess that this is where most of the cost went. But I'm sure with the other boxes, when there's been a jigsaw in, there have been more items in. I'm actually going to check to see if there is just the... There is one more item. It was under the book. And this makes sense. We've got the 2026 calendar. So these are the different monthly pictures. I'm trying to get them all on screen. So we've got Victor and Eli for January. So I know what they're from. Well, that's from this series. What's the first one called? First one is Vicious, second one is Vengeful. Sadie's and Persephone. I don't know what that's from. Aurelia and Teddy. don't know who they are. Effie and Preston, don't know who they are. Delaney and Colton, don't know. Lorelei and Sylvia, don't know. Zillan and Hong, don't know. Lennon and Dante, possibly come across these but I can't remember. Shona and Tomil, don't know. Sophie and Agatha, don't know. Keegan and Susenos, probably pronounced that wrong, don't know them either. And Alice and Peter, guess what? I don't know who they are either. What I'm getting from these unboxings is that I really need to read more popular books. I mean, I feel that I read a lot, but according to the items and what they're inspired by, I don't. This I will use. The last calendar is currently next to my desk. I did prefer that one, but that's just because it stands up on its own, whereas this one won't. I'll have to put it on my notice board. I've got a cardboard, but I have had several calendars fall off there, so it's not best. But I like the artwork, and now that I've seen that there is this item in the box as well, I'm a little happier, because I know calendars are probably not the cheapest thing either. Anyway, on to the book. So you can pretty much see what it is through here, but I did that better than I did last time. So we've got A Rather Vengeful Accord. The name intrigues me. It's a very purple book. I'll move it closer just because I think the picture's harder to see further away. It's by Danielle Knight. The cover intrigues me. It's got lightning on the sprayed edges all the way around. At the back it says, "Insults demand answers." This design is intriguing me as well. With what it says on the back and the picture, it's making me think of A, fencing, and B, duels. Although when I'm thinking duels, it's like Pistols at Dawn type duels. But I guess they also did fencing duels, I believe. And having a duel for people's honour and whatnot. But I've got no idea if that's what the book's about, it's just what it's making me think of. Then I was right about fencing. So we've got the end papers. Probably different at the front and back. Yeah. Different at the front and back. And then printed hardback again. So it's the same on the front and the back. It's definitely a very purple book. So although I think the artwork is good on the printed hardback, it's one of the printed hardbacks that I'm not the biggest fan of. And I think that's just because of not usually liking printed hardbacks, rather than anything to do with the art or anything. And as I've said in previous unboxings, I like to go into Illumicrate books completely blind, having no idea what they're about. So because of that, I'm not going to read the blurb. But if you're interested, you can have a look online. So that is it for the November unboxing. I'm slightly intrigued by the book. So like the cover intrigues me. But thinking about dueling and fencing actually puts me off a little bit. But I'm still going to read it, of course. I just don't know when. And why am I holding the dust jacket like that? I'm cringing internally and hoping I don't damage it. So my favourite item is the jigsaw. I'm looking forward to actually getting round to these jigsaws, but we'll see when that actually happens. I do like the calendar, even though I don't know who most of the pairs are. There is a chance that I've read some of these books more than just Vengeful. Although I've not read Vengeful, I've just read Vicious. But there is a chance I've read more of these books, I've just forgotten what the main characters are called. It does say that they are academic rivals. And I do wonder if Lennon and Dante are the ones from an Academy of Liars. But don't quote me on that, as I can't quite remember. The patch I don't care about, that's just personal preference. And the bag, I like the design, I don't like these sort of bags. And I know this is supposed to be for laundry, but I'm probably not going to use it for that. So next month, the theme is stories within stories. Sometimes a story spills beyond the pages of a book. So it's a adult fantasy standalone. Again, I'm not going to read any more of that bit because I like to go in books blind. The fandoms in next month include A Study in Drowning and The Isle in the Silver Sea, which I believe was last month's book or the month before. So that is what to expect from next month's. And with that, that is the end of my unboxing. I will include a link in the description where you can get your own if you're interested. I'm a little happier with the box now I know that the calendar's in there as well. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day.